Hello and welcome to Nightmares Gaming Channel. I'm going to do a quick introduction to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Now, you might be asking, why do this? It's an old game. Well, there's supposedly a remake, or not a remake, but a update in the works, which will be pretty interesting. Also, this is not the computer game. This is actually the Android port. So there are a few videos out there for that, but I thought I'd do my own just for the fun of it. I'm a big KOTOR fan going way back. It was one of the first major RPGs I ever played. Really liked the game, and was pretty excited to see the KOTOR port to Android. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Loads pretty quickly. You still got basically the full game in this. There's really nothing here that's missing from the computer game. It is touchscreen, so it is a little bit more difficult, I think, to play overall, but not impossible, and it's not that bad. Like in this case, you have to double click, or double tap, I should say. And then you can do your custom character, choose your portraits, all that kind of stuff. Let's see, we'll pick somebody. I like him with a scar. It's Jaden off of Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and Jedi Academy. Mostly Jedi Academy, actually. Have your attributes. Since I'm going soldier, I'm going to put a lot in strength, a lot in constitution. Let's see. Essential skills, not as important for a soldier. Dexterity is good. That increases the defense rating. Constitution is good because that's your health. Strength, of course, is your melee. Since I'm going lightsaber in the long run, that's important. Wisdom is important for Jedi. You become a Jedi later, and that gives you some bonus of your force powers. And then charisma is also very interesting. It's important for certain force-related feats and powers, it says. And it's also very important for persuasion. As a soldier, persuasion is not as important, and a lot of those powers for Jedi forces aren't as important. So I'm going to put a couple more into wisdom, and then I'm going to dump the rest into strength, and I'm just going to go a solid melee route. Skills. And again, if you look, you have 2-point cost at the top. 1 point, 2 point, 1 point, 2 point, 2 point, 2 point, 1 point. And that's mainly because these are not your class skills. These are cross-class. So I'm going to put a point in demolition. I'm going to put a point in awareness. There we go. I'm going to put 2 points in treat injury. Feats. And of course, it gives you the rundown on feats. So I'm not going to go into significant detail because this is not meant to introduce you to the game. It's just meant to show you the Android functions and to show that, yeah, you can do everything on Android that you could do previously on the computer, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to go the melee route. I'm going to grab critical strikes. I'll throw that on there. Name. Ooh, that's an awful name. Got to tap it a couple times to get my keyboard to come up. One of the downsides is on this phone, which is a Galaxy Note 9, the keyboard covers up the actual spaces. So I can't see what I'm typing, so I'm just going to gamble. I'll use KOTOR. KOTOR was my very first, I think, game name ever. I used Nightmare when I started playing online and feel like, I don't know, a 8th grader. It's so cringy. I'm trying to go back to KOTOR. It just feels better overall, more mature anyways. And you hit play. Load times are pretty quick, even with this older phone. I'm going to skip through the intro here. You can do that by just tapping on the screen. Some things you can't skip, like this is a introduction. Can't jump through it, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I've played the game a few times and I would prefer to skip through this rather than watch all this over again. I am excited about the overhaul. That'll be pretty cool, I think. Hey, it's a red shirt. Who are you? It's Bastila. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go help. Wahoo. Where can I get my equipment? Oh, the foot locker. Okay. All right, so you tap the screen, kind of long press it, and you drag around to kind of move your viewer. You can also tap out in front of your character. Come on. You got to kind of push up or down the screen to make him move different directions. So tap and move left and right. Turn the screen, tap, and kind of push and hold in a direction. He'll move. Whoops, I tapped him. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you. If you tap the bubble over his head where it says Trask, that'll also engage him. And sometimes one of the few things that's a little annoying about the Android version is as you're moving your character, sometimes you will engage those blue boxes and run over to something or a person, open up a dialogue, and that can be a little bit of a hassle, especially in combat. Like right there. I just did it again. Again, not awful. It's feasible. Tap twice with the footlocker. He'll move over to it. Get all your items. Wahoo. Welcome back. I accidentally dragged up on the screen a little too far and closed the recording. Did not mean to do that. So I will back out here to where I was. You just tap the portrait in the bottom left here. What I actually did was I went up to the gear in the top right to tap settings, forgetting that the recording icon was there, and I hit the stop button by mistake. Anyways, but you come down here, click the portrait in the bottom left corner. And he's also on a timer. That's annoying. Yes, yes. Tap the portrait. You come in here, select all your gear. Come on. Oh, there we go. You tap it twice. Of course, I'm in the tutorial mode, so it's doing all this nonsense with all the buttons. There we go. Let's see. That's the offhand. I want the main hand to have a sword. Oh no, that's the offhand. My bad. Misread that. All right, now let's move out. Wahoo! Traska's joined. There's my inventory. Or party inventory, whatever I should say. Party team. All right. Going up here. We're gonna go through the door. Do a little combat. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to swap to him. He needs to unlock the door for me. Come on. There you go. Yes, yes. Let's move out. Boy, so many boxes. I forgot how many are in the beginning of this game. Utility droid. Beep, beep, boop. Open the door. Okay, swap them out again for the tutorial. The lock button. Look, combat! Kill the shiny man! No, shiny man, kill you. Alright, so in the computer game, you have the pause button over here on the left side. It's currently the play button because it's already paused. It auto pauses after the little intro video. That's very important in the Android. It was important in the computer too, don't get me wrong, but with the mouse and the keyboard, you had a lot of flexibility. You didn't often have to use it, except for really intense battles or close fights. In this Android app, it is very important, mainly because commands can be a little clunky to issue. You've got to tap on your targets and try to target them out, you know. It's not the easiest thing. Also, when you're trying to select your skills, you hit the little red arrow underneath the critical right there, and it pulls up this options. You can select your options from there. I have to be careful. If I try to select critical, I'll actually stop my video because the stop box is behind that. So we'll just stick with critical strikes for now. Now, once you decide on a soldier, you tap it, and that initiates the combat, just like that. Hit play to begin. I'm not going to worry about Trask at the moment. He can just do his own thing. Hi-ya! Kill him with fire. Or vibro blades. Come on. There you go. Boom. Alright. As you can see, combat is not bad. It's actually pretty fluid. But like I said, the pause button is extremely important, especially for mobs or tough enemies. Even more so than it was originally in the computer game. Open sesame. We'll go for the nearest guy. Crits again. Go get him. Go get him. Boom. There you go. One more time. Pause that. Swing around. Tap him. Load up the crits. Go get him again. Boom. Good hit. That's why I dump everything into strength. Remains. I'm not going to play through the entire tutorial here. I think you guys get the point. Fun game, good classic, wonderful game. It's got a great Android port. Later as I play through, if I'm able to get back to the swoop bike races, I'll do a separate video for that to show some of the difficulties that this game has with swoop bikes on Android. Really, the only thing I've had issues with is swoop bikes, if I'm honest with you. I haven't really done any turrets. The turrets were okay. It's been sporadic. They kind of reduced it in this game compared to the computer. It's a little clunky, a little difficult, but it's feasible. But the swoop bikes are extremely hard to play on a touchscreen. And it does take that aspect out of the game almost entirely for me, which is a disappointment. But the rest of the game is fantastic. And with that, I'm going to end the video there. If you have questions or comments, feel free to post below the video. I'll do my best to answer them in a timely manner. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later.